Hello, State Police. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of the Day in the Life of series. Man, the third episode already. It's been a blast so far, and I mean, not much has really happened, let's be honest. But man, I'm having fun, and I'm looking forward to so many more. I'm very excited to see what we have in store, what the future holds.
Sensational.
But as of right now, I'm currently heading back from a client's house. Just performed a service, another successful service. Business has been good. We're at around $3,000, just a little bit over $3,000 for the first 2 weeks of August. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this a nice little $7,000 month. That'd be a nice little goal to hit, considering the fact that my birthday's coming up. That's a little weird to say. I don't normally celebrate my birthday. I'm not big on like birthday celebrating. Like for the past couple of years, I haven't really celebrated my birthdays. I don't know. Birthdays to me, like, you know, unless somebody's throwing you a birthday party, you know, you got to spend money, you got to get all the stuff, you got to invite all the people, you got to plan this, you got to plan that. And I'd rather just, you know, have a nice family dinner, enjoy the time with the fam. Be grateful that God has given me another year to live. This year I am turning 22 years old. Or should I say 22 years young, because we still got a lot to go, baby. Alright, we're gonna take a shortcut. The road is closed up ahead, and I gotta turn left, so we're gonna go this way through the neighborhood. But yeah, we are in Garfield Ridge, right by Midway Airport here in Chicago. Very notorious for a lot of Chicago police residents. The boys live here. Oh, green for me. 3, 2, 1. Hey, let's go, baby. Man, I know these lights like the back of my freaking hand. Woo! Give her the beans! Sometimes the Cook County sheriffs like to hang around here and camp it out. Whoa, this guy just pulled a U-turn. Excuse me, buddy. What's that thing hanging out of his window? What the hell? Did you guys see that? We're gonna have to go straight, so... Oh man, this green CRV just decided to block the middle lane. So we're gonna go this way. Excuse me, thank you very much. Let's hope nobody's turning. Alright, let's go. Woo! Now, I don't have anything crazy planned for today. Today was kind of my first stop of the day as far as clients go. Earlier today, I had to go pick up the truck from the body shop because some guy rear-ended me while I was going and getting some tacos. Yeah, doesn't that just sound crazy? And the thing is, like, it was a hit and run. That story is crazy. Let me talk about that story a little bit. I was in the truck and I went to go get some tacos. There's some taco trucks that are located on 31st and Kedzie. I wouldn't say they're like the best, but they're not bad. And they're cheap. They're like $3 a taco, which is something that's rare to find nowadays because all the tacos are so expensive. But I went to go get some tacos for my family and I parked up right behind this red Dodge pickup truck, and I get out of my car to go and get the tacos, and as I'm walking back to the truck, I see that this guy trying to get out of the parallel parking spot, and as he's reversing, he reversed like way too aggressive, to the point where I saw his truck jerk. He got a little too close to the truck, and in my head I'm like, there is absolutely no way this guy just hit the truck. And the truck's fairly new, it's like a 2019, so he ruined my front bumper. The funny part of this story is that he was with his girlfriend, and I guess the reason for him being so aggressive was him and his girlfriend got into like an altercation, and the altercation ended up making him mad at his girl, and he just left his girl there. So his girl's over here eating her tacos, and he just dipped on her, and I was like, bro, what's going on? So I got in my truck, and I noticed that that girl had came out of that truck, but she didn't get back in the truck, and she started walking away. So then I followed her, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, like, were you with that guy? And she was like, yeah, that's my boyfriend, he just left me here. And I was like, well, your boyfriend hit me. Do you know his license plate number or anything? And she was like, no, I don't know his license plate number, but I have a picture of his VIN on my phone. And I was like, oh, could I get that? And luckily she was kind enough to give me his VIN number. It might have just been like her being mad. I think she did it out of anger, you know, and this might sound messed up, but I had to take advantage, you know. I wasn't gonna leave without figuring out who that guy was, because do you know how expensive it would have been to fix that front bumper, especially like on newer vehicles? Front bumpers are so expensive, and then labor is so expensive, and then yeah, man, it would have just been a lot of money, and I was not about to pay that. So thankfully she gave me his VIN number. I went to the local police station because CPD was like super busy that night. Oh, okay. Like I just absolutely scraped the front bumper on that curb. But yeah, she gave me his VIN number, and then I went to a local precinct. I reported it, and they were able to find that guy's information. Went through the insurance. Luckily, I only had to pay like a $250 deductible, which wasn't that big of a deal. The truck was ready today, so I went to go get that. Right now, I'm gonna go back. I forgot one of the GoPro batteries, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of riding today because I'd like to get you guys some nice city views. I'd like to head back to the city, but before it gets dark. I know last time we went to the city and it was like 4:30 in the morning, but I'd like to go back a little bit earlier, see what kind of craziness we can run into. And then I have one more client to go to before I don't really have anything scheduled or planned for the day. What are you doing, my boy? Man's falling asleep behind the wheel. But yeah, we're gonna get the scooter charged up, we're gonna get the GoPro batteries charged up, and then we'll get back on the road once I'm on my way to my clients. And then from there, we can head straight to the city and see what's going on over there. And we're back. So, GoPro's nice and charged, battery's nice and charged, ready for the rest of today's recording. Right now, we are on our way to our next client of the day. I was gonna go to downtown right after, but last time I hung out with one of my friends, I left my garage door opener in his car. So from there, we are gonna head to my friend's house, the boys' house, pick that up, and then depending on how we're doing on battery charge, we'll either charge up for a bit at his place or we'll head straight downtown. Worst case scenario, I can just charge up there. What up, buddy? Yeah, I didn't think he expected my scooter to go that fast because he was trying to overtake me there. I'm telling you, man, this catches people off guard. Yeah, we should be able to... Wait, why is he not... Why is that lady not... What the... Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bro, what is wrong with people? Yo, what the... I have no idea what that person intended on doing there, but clearly didn't work out that well for them. Ah, he honked at me. He said, "What's up?" Maybe that's why. Is that why the semis have been honking at me today? Are they just trying to say hi? I feel like they're just trying to say hi, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like semi truck drivers. Oh my, wow, those are a lot of dogs. A lot of pups. We got one big pup, and are those 3 Yorkies? That looks like 3 Yorkies. But something that I wanted to kind of go over as I'm on my way to my next stop, because I knew that I kind of talked about this briefly in my first video, and I talked about how I went to university, but I realized it wasn't for me. The reason why I wanted to talk about this was because there might be some of you out there who are currently graduating high school and are thinking about, you know, what's that next move going to be for you? Or perhaps there are some of you who are already in university and you're unsure about whether or not it's for you. To talk a little bit about myself, high school, elementary school was just never my thing. Even as a kid, I remember early on in elementary school, even in middle school, although I did start high school off pretty good, I was getting good grades, I was doing my homework, passing my classes. I remember even when I was a kid, my parents were always getting notes from the teachers talking about how I wouldn't pay attention, I would get distracted, I would talk a lot. And so school was just really rough for me because I was this kid who just couldn't stay still. I was always just, you know, trying to go out on adventures, trying to keep myself busy, do things. And so in school, you're not really able to do that. You know, you're taught in school to sit down, shut up, pay attention, and do as you're told. And if you try doing anything other than that, you get detention, you get sent to the principal's office. So, you know, from an early age, you're taught to just comply. And let's just say that compliance has never been my cup of tea. I thought university would be a little different, you know, because you're given this idea that, you know, you have this sense of freedom. You're able to, you know, go to your own class and study with your friends afterwards, or in between classes, go and eat wherever you want. And you don't have to stay inside of the campus and all this and all that. I thought it was going to be something that I was actually going to like and be able to manage, but I indeed was not. So I went to DePaul University, a pretty, I wouldn't say it's like super prestigious, but a well-known university here in Chicago. I initially was going to major in computer science because I liked coding, I liked computers. I specifically wanted to become a software developer. And in high school, I did a program where they taught us how to code and how to develop apps and whatnot. So I enjoyed that, and that's the reason why I thought that going to university and doing what I liked was going to change my whole perspective on school. Being that I came from immigrant parents, school was very big for them. They were always very big on education and going to college and getting a degree, and that's how you were going to make it in life. But after about a semester of being in school, I realized that it really wasn't that much different. In fact, it was a lot harder, because when you're in high school, when you're in elementary school, even middle school, you know, you're kind of forced to go to class every day, because otherwise, you know, your parents get told that you're not going to class, or perhaps your parents would drop you off at school. So you kind of didn't really have an excuse as to not going to school. On the contrary, university, you're literally on your own. So it was so easy for me to just say, nah, you know what, I'm not going to class today. And that was the problem. In fact, university was worse for me than it was high school or any other. So with that being said, the one thing that I can say is it was definitely difficult explaining to my parents that I didn't want to go to university and that I wanted to drop out. In fact, it was pretty heartbreaking for them. But at the same time, as I'm sitting there applying for jobs, I'm still thinking about the fact that this isn't really what I want to do. And who wouldn't like to just not work a job and, you know, be able to live their life? Anybody would take that. But that's not reality. If you're sitting there not knowing what you want to do, and your parents may be on your butt about going to school, but you know that you're genuinely not going to enjoy it, or you're genuinely not actually going to try, the one thing that I can tell you is don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, because that's exactly what I did. And it's the best thing that I've ever done. Taking risks in life is one of the best, but could also be the worst decisions that you could make in your life. However, it's about taking smart risks, and it's about actually putting in the work. Because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't wake up every single day and actually went out there, looked for clients, went and knocked on people's doors, made flyers, market my services. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't do those things. Anyway, I'm about to come up on my clients' home here, so we'll continue this conversation in just a moment. Catch you in a bit. Alrighty guys, so we just finished up our last service of the day. We're on a good note today, man. Right now I'm currently on my way to my friend's house to go pick up that garage door opener I was talking about earlier. Oh, okay, this is all unfamiliar territory here. I don't know any of these streets, so I'm gonna try and not go as fast. This road does not look even whatsoever, so I'm a little scared here. I might have to adjust my headlamp, make it a little higher, that way I can see what's coming up ahead. Like right there. That's a little better. Now I'm actually kind of curious, for those of you who are watching this video, let me know down below, what are you guys doing? Are you guys working? Do you guys have your own business? Are you guys in school? Excuse me, sir. A little too slow there, buddy. And green. Gotta wait for these guys to go. There we go. We're about to come up on his house. Oh! That's what I get for looking back. I'm about to come up on his house, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We just got our garage door opener, so we're gonna make a quick stop. I'm gonna get my laptop, and then we're gonna go downtown. We're gonna go ahead and finish up this vlog. And then I'm going to record some Instagram content, because I haven't recorded any Instagram content in about a month now, a little bit over a month now. I believe the last video that I posted was on July 4th or July 5th. But we got to get back onto that, because it's the only way that we're going to grow our SMMA business. And we are back. So Right now, we are currently heading down Route 66, the infamous route that keeps giving us flats. But hey, you know what? We're here to be stubborn because that's just who I am, and it's the fastest route downtown. So we're heading downtown. I'd like to show you guys a couple of nice views while I'm out there. I'm gonna spend the night out there, so while I'm there, I'd like to get a couple of views in. I hope I have enough battery charge. I think I should. I mean, I'm like around halfway, so I think I should definitely have enough charge to make it there, but nonetheless, we're gonna try and see what we can go for. One of the things that I just realized was that in the first video, we went down Lake Street because it reminded me of that Batman scene. Well, guess what? There's another Batman scene, specifically downtown, that I'd like to go and reminisce about. So we're gonna head down there. That guy looks like he's asleep in his car. What in the world? I might have to get here on the highway. Hopefully a car doesn't run me over, because we're technically about to go onto the highway. Okay, nice. There isn't cars coming. Okay, we're gonna turn here. So we gotta go fast here. Woohoo! Man, it's so weird going down here in a freaking scooter. Oh, look at that, baby. What a sight. And then from here, we're gonna go take a right. I'm pretty sure there is another way to get down here, but you know what? We're taking this route, because why not? Oh, yeah. This is so cool, man. Oh, this is a blast. All right, there's no cars coming up behind us. Welcome. Oh! Welcome to Lower Wacker, my friends. Holy shit. This feels unreal doing this in a scooter. Let's go, baby. We are absolutely flying. Now, the scene that I recall in here, they're transporting Harvey Dent, and the Joker and his goons are in a semi to try and hijack the armored truck.
Are built for that, right?
He's gonna need something a lot bigger to get through this.
What is that? What is that, a bazooka?
What happened? Oh my gosh. You guys just had to ruin my cruise, man. Oh, this was a really bad crash, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the frick? Yo, what the hell? What in the world happened? I have no idea what happened, but I do know that down here a lot of people tend to run red lights, and that can sometimes lead to some very, very ugly crashes because, you know, somebody on the road that I'm currently on might run a red light, and then somebody from the right might just try and merge onto here, causing a very bad accident. So, man, for those of you who drive down here, man, please be careful. All right, we're gonna pull a U here. What the f***? What is this car doing?
Huh?
What are you doing, buddy? Oh, no. Excuse me, thank you. Ah! All right, I was really hoping that light would stay red. What the hell is that guy doing over there? He's just freaking reversing. Bro, what is he doing? He's still just reversing. I don't think, oh, okay, he's gonna go right. And in my first video, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I was specifically saying how when we do come over here around midnight, 1 a.m., Chicago's like a ghost town. And it basically is. There's like no cars out right now. And we're gonna go down the infamous Magnificent Mile. These are where all the designer stores are at. You got the Apple store right there. Excuse me, guys. Oh yeah, baby. Welcome to Michigan Avenue, folks. Man, I never thought that I'd be able to just absolutely zoom through here in a scooter. But here we are. Oh, that was a nice big hole right there. Glad we were able to just barely miss it. I'm gonna take a left up ahead here, so I'm trying to get to my left lanes. We're about to pass by all the designer stores here. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have here? What do we have? 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 We got the Dolce, the Chanel, Prada, the Hermes, the Cartier. Where's the Bentley dealership at? I think they have like a Gold Coast Bentley right around here. Just gotta find it. Oh, wait, hold on. It might actually be down this street right here. Ah, there it is. Bentley Gold Coast, baby. Let's look at some cars. Let's look at some nice cars here. Let's go window shopping for a second real quick. They got the Rolls. They got the Bentegas. Where the Lambos at, man? I know they got Lambos somewhere. Is it over here? Woo! Oh, man. I'm gonna be honest, they don't have any nice Lambos here. Well, unless... Is this the Rivolto? Ah, this is the Rivolto. Nah, never mind. I thought they were gonna have like some nicer cars. Just know, guys, one day we're gonna come to this store specifically, and we're gonna buy a car, and I'm gonna get that on camera. Man, nice little cruise today. We got the Teslas, my boy Elon. But with that being said, guys, I mean, I think this is a good way to end off the video. I'm not sure. I've done a lot of recording today, so there's a lot to choose from in terms of footage. It's nice to end off the night here. We're gonna park right here at the Newberry Plaza. Alrighty. So, this is Newberry Plaza here. Hello, policeman. But yeah, I think with that being said, this is a perfect way to end off today's video on a nice little downtown cruise. Who can't always appreciate a nice little downtown cruise, man? But tomorrow we are back at it. I have a nice morning stop. A lot of clients. I got some money closed for tomorrow that I gotta go pick up. So with that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.